D is his name. One D is his name.
Dino.
One you,
Dino.
one me, one D.
Dino!
Yeah, what's up, Abby? I'm busy here. You can't see I'm doing something?
Yeah, but...
kind of into this here.
Wait, no, I got you something for Valentine's Day.
That's right, it's Valentine's Day.
Isn't it sweet?
Thank you. What'd you get me?
Well, let's say it starts with a D.
Whoa. All right. That could be anything.
And
starts
ends with
a
a
D.
big O.
Starts with a D and ends with an O. And it's not me?
No.
I don't know. I can't think. What is it?
Well, I know that you just absolutely love this person. And so, I got you Dana DeLorenzo. I got an interview.
That is amazing. Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
You remember how much I fell in love with her at Sinister Creature Con in Sacramento.
You remember how much I fell in love with her at Sinister Creature Con Sacramento?
Okay, so you really got her for you?
I really got her for you.
I appreciate that. That shows a nice spirit. So we're going to talk to the Dana DeLorenzo.
The ass-kicking Kelly from Ash vs. Evil Dead will be on Bruce on the Loose.
You know, she is so awesome. Did you like her right off the bat?
Oh, I absolutely loved her. It's the moment I saw her in real life. I didn't even have to talk to her. She's just such a...
Well, right. I mean,
butterfly.
in real... That's true. You know, in real life, she can mystify you because she's so animated and so active. But, I mean, when the show started, like, I had never seen her before. I saw her on a few commercials, as I had found out afterward. Oh, yeah, she's from that commercial. But did you like her right away?
Oh, heck yeah.
Me too. She was like a badass right off the bat.
Not very many people can turn down Ash. And
Much
she
less
did it
rough
with-
him up.
Oh, she was amazing. I really, really dug her right off the bat.
Yeah, absolutely. Me too. I liked Pablo right off the bat also.
Oh, I love Pop.
I think that they were pretty good choices in continuing the Evil Dead franchise. Serious, like to continue the story of Evil Dead, I mean, Ash was getting a little long in the tooth to do it himself, and he wanted a little, team of youngsters, ghost beaters to help him out. Biggity bam. So yeah, Dana DeLorenzo, I mean, I liked her right off the bat, and then when I met her in person, that was it. It was like,
Love it first
she's
sight.
just so amazing and so full of life. Poor girl. You know she crashed hard that night.
Oh, I bet
She had to have.
She had to have. There's no way she couldn't.
But I would do the same thing. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, if somebody ever invited us to a con as guests, not just to cover it as members of the press, you know what I mean? I would do the same thing.
Oh, absolutely.
If anybody came up to me, I would shower them with attention and affection. I would make sure they'd never forget me. They would walk out of there going, this dude is the most awesome dude ever.
Heck yeah.
Right. She came over, put her arms around me, gave me a hug. She held my hand. I mean, it's hard not to fall in love, you know?
Right.
Plus, she smelled so good. I still got to find out the name of that perfume.
You can ask her.
Yes. Remind me to ask her.
Yeah, because that's not creepy.
No, not at all. What perfume do you wear so I can spritz it on my pillow before bed?
Yeah, exactly.
That's creepy? I mean, I think it's kind of flattering. Like, if somebody said, hey, what's the name of your pomade? I wouldn't mind if some chick wanted to sniff me at night.
Okay. Okay.
Is that bad? I mean, I don't know.
I don't know.
I think everyone else is weird. I think I'm the normal one. I mean, I don't see anything wrong with that. Listen, I like the way you smell.
I say it to everybody that I smell. I have a sensitive sniffer. I can't help it. So
Okay.
I guess it's
Oh,
not that
God.
weird. What?
You're one of those?
One of those what?
Because where I work in a corporation, and we get emails all the time. Please don't wear strong scents. Be sensitive to the people around you.
Oh, no, I'm not one of those.
Then you get ladies
people.
wearing these face masks. Oh, I'm like, it's a little perfume. Anyway.
I get
I'm not bitter.
migraines. It's all bad.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I don't wear any perfume, or cologne or whatever.
You still smell good.
Yeah, that's just Dino smell.
Essence of Dino.
Ooh, DeLorenzo.
Oh, here it is.
All right.
Hey, Ashley, it's Courtney from Stars.
Hi, Courtney.
Just wanted to check in and see if we were still good for the Bruce on the Loose with Dana.
Yes, absolutely.
All right, let me grab Dana 1 second.
Hello?
Hello?
Should I do your theme
Yes.
song?
Yes.
Please.
Bruce on the loose. I'm happy to be talking to you guys again. It feels like it was yesterday, but also so long ago at the same time. How is that possible?
Right? It does seem like yesterday, but at the same time, it's forever ago.
Oh, it's fresh in my mind. Absolutely.
I'm rocking those earrings, by the way, those little the ash earrings. They're so fun.
Oh, do you like?
Thank you again.
No, thank you. I'm glad you like them.
I love them.
That is awesome. So, when this whole thing was set up, they actually gave us access to watch the first 5 episodes of Ash vs. Evil Dead Season 3. Amazing stuff.
And can I tell you how jealous I am? Because you want to know how many I've had access to? 1, the first one. that I just keep seeing at all of our panels. So I'm happy to hear that they're good, and maybe you could put in a good word for me at Stars, and maybe the cast maybe we can watch them too. That'd be fun. A lot of the time we're just watching it for the first time when it airs, like along with the fans. That has its benefits too, because I usually like to live tweet while I'm watching during both coasts. But definitely for East Coast, I love being surprised. Even though we do the table reads and I know the scripts for the scenes that I'm not in, I've not gotten to see the final product. So like in moments when, Brock gets run over by the Delta in season 2, like that, like I knew it was coming, but yet it still caught me off guard. So I'm sitting there, gasping along with the rest of you. So I do enjoy that as well. But I'm glad you guys liked it. Do you feel like we have maintained our tradition of trying to outdo ourselves every year?
Oh, absolutely.
So much going on, right? There's so many layers, so many good conflicts and characters, and so I think it's nice and juicy.
You are still your foul-mouthed, lovable self.
Well, you know what, though? Kelly does learn a valuable lesson in season 3, and that is how to speak one complete sentence without dropping the F-bomb. Well, I think it's just one. But that's a big step for Kelly. It's a big step.
That's a good arc for you. I know you're aware of the hashtag Bring Back Boomstick movement, and we're really going for it. Would you love to do a season 4? Would you like to see this show continue, or have you had enough?
I don't think I can ever have enough of Ash vs. Evil Dead. I can never have enough purple homemade vegan leather jackets to wear as Kelly. Truly. And I can never, to be honest, never have enough of New Zealand, which is where we shoot the show, which is hilarious because it takes place in Michigan. So I win just there alone. It's like I'm from Youngstown, Ohio. So pretty much, it's very, very similar to Detroit or Michigan, and, it's Midwest. So the fact that I get to go to New Zealand to shoot a show that takes place in Michigan, that's already the win. That was already the win for me. But, man, yeah, I've said this before. I personally, and I'm pretty sure Bruce and Ray, everyone has said this, like, we will continue happily to get tortured for the fans for as long as they'll keep watching and as long as we're entertaining. So I know how much you guys have done with Bring Back Boomstick, and thank you so much for the support. And what's really great though that I can tell you is worst case scenario, like the true horror show, the real horror, if this show doesn't go on and this is the final season, what's really great is at the end, the season finale of season 3 is so balls to the wall insane and like goes off some bloody ledge that's like, it could just be, if this is the end, it ties up loose ends and it will never be the same. If it does keep going, like I said, it will never be the same. So we have a whole new way to go. So, yeah, I hope it continues. But if it doesn't, we promise we won't leave you hanging.
Yay! That's always good to hear.
Yes. There are many Deadite heads that need to be strung up on a canopy of string lights, in Kelly's opinion. So we'll keep going as long as we can.
Yeah, there's a lot of scared people out there that are like, oh, no, it's over. What shall we do? So it's nice to hear that it's going to be awesome regardless.
Yes, and to answer that question, what shall we do? Well, it's very simple. You just get Stars and you let them know you're getting it for Ash vs. Evil Dead, because a lot of people are like, oh, I just wait till the DVDs come out, or I just pirate it. Well, DVDs are not Stars, but that doesn't help our case at all. So, it's great that people are buying it, and I that's wonderful, but, if they have to have the subscribers in order to be like, oh, we should keep the show on the air. So it's like what you're saying. If you like it and you want to keep have us keep going and see all the sick, twisted scenarios we can come up with to horrify and entertain you, then get Stars. And, if you, not that I'm encouraging this because Stars is on the line, but then if, for some reason you cancel it when the season's over, when then you let them know, okay, Ash vs. Evil Dead is over, so bye. There are lovely other shows though, but I'm just saying, that's how we keep the show going.
Right. And that's what a lot of people do. Yeah, that's what they tell us that they're doing. As soon as the show's over, say goodbye, Stars, because that's all that they got that's good to some people. Right.
Well, for some people, because to be honest, I do watch some other shows on Stars that are pretty good.
So do I. For your
own intents and purposes, I really just care about Ash vs. Evil Dead. I'm just going to focus on that and be very selfish.
I did want to ask, what's your favorite movie of all time? Like, you could watch it anytime, never get tired, infinitely entertaining. Do you have one?
Just in general or horror?
Well, just in general. Doesn't have to be horror. Anything.
Oh, man. You know, I'm first of all, I'm really bad at favorites. Like, I'm one of those people where suddenly, like, I apparently need to, like, interview myself because I like, get asked these questions, and then anytime it's a favorite, like, even, like, what's your favorite food? What's your favorite color? Suddenly my mind goes blank, and I say something random like, carrots, which I hate carrots, so I don't know why I do it. I'll be honest, the first thing that came to my mind, and it's one of those, there's a term for these. There's a term for when you can watch, I think it's called like a drop and watch, one of those things where, like, no matter what you are doing, if it's in a bar, if it's in someone's house, wherever it is, you will just stop and watch the TV, whether it's on cable or whether it's edited or whatever. And for me, I just topped my head. It's got to be my cousin Vinny's because, my God, I'm obsessed with that. I'm such an Italian, so can you blame me?
No, not at all. I can't.
To this day, just makes me laugh my ass off. And I like to sometimes pretend I'm Marissa Tomei and be like, Tia, Vin, you're going to shoot a little sweet innocent Tia. I could just do that monologue 24/7.
I was just going to ask, did that inspire you in some way?
Yeah, you know, I feel like in terms of inspire me to become an actor, this is such an annoying truth, but it was very innate. I before the to age myself, before the time of cell phones and camcorders, when I was 2.5, going on 3, my father had a little recorder, like a tape recorder, and would just record me, you know, either special occasions or just would leave it on and just listen to me ramble. And when I got my own little Fisher-Price tape recorder at that age, and I have the recordings of me, just cracking myself up at 2.5, telling myself jokes, like knock jokes, and just laughing my ass off at myself. And the laugh was, I'll do an impression of my 2.5 years old self, which was this. Here was a really good joke. What did the apple say to the T-shirt? He said, "Hello, big bird." And I would scream like I thought the heart, and then I would laugh at myself, laughing at myself, which is probably why my voice is destroyed. But I would put on shows all the time. I would want to be like Ralph and Muppet Babies and like put on a show. And I was like, my parents they have always said, they're like, you were definitely meant to be a director because you like to tell everyone what to do. I mean, I was a very, very strict director. I mean, I don't think Sam Raimi would have approved of my directing style at 3 because I just yelled at everybody. And I was like, no, you're doing it wrong. I was giving line reads to people. So hopefully I get to direct someday and live that dream. But yeah, so that was sort of, it's just been innate. I've always wanted to perform, I guess, before I even knew what it was. But then, yes, when I watched that with my parents, you know, I think I grew a penchant for comedy because my parents, they have a very high caliber taste when it comes to comedy. And I don't even mean that in a way of like, they're just, you know, Italians from Ohio, but not very many things make them laugh. So I remember growing up that if I could make them laugh or if a show made them laugh, that I should, like, I think subconsciously I just made a mental note. And my parents laughed like so hard at my cousin Vinny, and I just remember that. So I think that yes, in that way it definitely inspired me. It was a very long answer, which is shocking because I never shut up. Sorry. In case you guys forgot. I mean.
Yeah, no, we didn't meet you in person or nothing.
No, I was just going to ask you but I cut you off because I'm always cutting someone off. I was going to ask you what your two, each of your go-to movies that's your favorite, you could watch over and over. What were those?
Shaun of the Dead.
Nice.
Yeah.
You know, one of my favorite movies of all time, again, if I'm flipping around and it's on, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. Have you ever seen this?
Oh my God. Okay, yeah. Like that. See, with that one, like, the only reason I can't watch it over and over again is because it's like so intense.
Exactly.
That is like one of my dreams. Like I got to sort of live that dream out in a way. I read the book in I think it was middle school or high school, and then we, the great day when they actually show the film once we've read the book. Holy shit! Like, oh, sorry, am I not allowed to swear? Whoops, I'm turning into Kelly.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, fine. Well, holy shit. It's been like a pipe dream for me to like somehow play Jack Nicholson's role in that. And when I got to for season 2, when we did that asylum episode, there is a scene, and it's very quick because they like really edited it down, obviously because we only have 28 minutes in the show. But that scene in the rec room where we're destroying it, everyone refers to that as Dana's monkey dance because, first of all, I love monkeys. Second of all, it was complete and sheer joy that I could just, sorry, someone was calling me, go away, person. It was complete joy that I could just destroy a room and like not have to clean it up and like be in that mental space. So I do this, like, I wipe off I don't know, I flip the table or something, and you actually see there's like a little like a monkey dance that I just randomly did because it was just zero acting. Sheer joy, and it was an homage to because even I think Bruce Campbell even threw in his Jack Nicholson impression, which is pretty spot on, if I might say myself. When he's like, "Oh, nurse Ratchet," he does that. So that episode holds a very special place in my heart because of Cuckoo's Nest. So I'm with you too. I'm with you.
I do have one other thing. I know you're really picking up. The career's picking up. I mean, I saw you on Will and Grace not too long ago.
Oh, I know. My comedy dreams came true.
Isn't that great? I was like, oh, here she goes.
Man, it was, yeah, that was, I can't even tell you how thrilling it was. But thank you.
And you're entering into voiceover territory also, I see.
Well, I've been, I sort of got my start doing radio when I did radio commercials when I was, once again, I think I peaked at 3 because everything happened at 3. I was 3 doing radio commercials and local Boardman, Ohio spots. But then also I was on the radio. I was an on-air personality and producer for the Mancow Show in Chicago. And so, yeah, I love doing voices. And finally I got to, that was another dream. Like, okay, full disclosure, going to take away my cool card right now. But I have a younger brother, and so naturally, like, there were Ninja Turtles in our household, and I definitely am one of the people that saw Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in concert.
Oh,
definitely bum rush. Definitely bum rush at the stage. Like, my parents walked us down towards the... Yeah, go! That's exactly what it was. They did the Vanilla Ice song. Dude, it was, all I know is they brought us, like, down to sort of get closer, to just, like, stand and, just to see them closer. And I remember this, like, just this one random moment. I just left my parents' side and ran up to the stage to grab Donatello's leg, like a groupie. And I remember it was very squishy. It was like a very, those guys in those costumes. So anyway, going to the voiceover to be able to voice a character for that show. And then also they ended up drawing, Esmeralda was my character. They ended up drawing her in my likeness, which, by the way, they made me look really good as a cartoon. So I'm like, I wish I looked like that. Yeah, that was another bucket list thing that both, all those bucket lists. I'm very lucky, and I know it's I know it's a lot because of the show. So again, I want to thank you guys and thank the fans because you gave me a dream job, and because of that, suddenly I get to do other dream jobs. So yes, I hope I continue to get tortured and covered in blood because honestly, it's kind of weird not having anything thrown on me. In like the last 6 months. Not that I'm encouraging fans to meet me and throw stuff on me. Let's leave that to the crew. And Sam Raimi's allowed to throw something at me. If I saw him at the coffee shop, he could throw whatever he wants at me. That's fine. But yeah, I'm having a great time. And may I mention something that's out now that I'd love for fans to watch. If they enjoy my work.
Is it your new movie?
Yes, the movie. It's called
Yes.
The Mad One.
Yes.
Yeah, and it's available. Yay! I think I talked to you guys about this in Sacramento.
Yeah.
When we were at Sinister Creature Con. Definitely a departure from Kelly. It's a 180 of a character. But I'm really so proud of this film. It's been such a labor of love. We all just put in so much actual blood, sweat, and tears into making this. And I just love the story. It's about, it's smart and it's funny and heartwarming story about 3 professionals who are trying to find meaning in life and get back to real experience when everything around us is virtual. And I'm really proud of it. It's called The Mad Ones. It's available on all video on demand platforms like iTunes and Amazon and all that good stuff. So check it out. And I would love to get feedback if anyone watches. It would mean a lot.
Absolutely.
No blood, though.
Yes,
Spoiler
definitely.
alert, no blood. No blood.
Aw.
We'll let them know. But yeah, I definitely want to see it myself.
Me too.
I would love it. And I'd love to hear your feedback.
Well, we'd love to give it to you.
Are you doing any more appearances? What do you have coming up for this year?
Yes, you know what? I have something very last minute that just came up, and it happens to coincide with the premiere date of season 3. I am going to Pentacon in Pensacola, Florida.
Uh-oh.
So if this is airing before then, I will be there Friday and Saturday, February 23rd and 24th. And I plan on somebody bringing the Ritas. We're celebrating season 3 with some margaritas in Pensacola, Florida. And I've never been there for any to get to meet those fans. So I hope people can come out. I'm that person that gets more excited to meet fans than I think they are to meet me, and I kind of creep everyone out a little bit. You've seen it. You've seen it.
We say you are tireless because you were just on fire all day.
But I do. I'm a heavy sleeper. I crash every night because I'm like, because I'm so intense. But really, it starts to dawn on me a little bit when I'm like, when the fans start backing away from me slowly, and they're like, okay, bye. I'm like, maybe I should try and tone down the intensity of my excitement.
Never.
Okay. Well, thanks, guys. Thanks. But yeah, no, it's such a thrill for me because, we go and we do this and, those days that are the hardest ones or the longest days of being covered in blood and viscera or hang upside down by your ankle in a tree fight all day, getting pine needles in places that you should never feel pine needles. Then, we do all that. And that is a reward in of itself is doing the work. But those days are made to be even sweeter and fade away in terms of, oh, that was a tough day, and suddenly just become like such a special day because when you get to meet the fans and you realize like people are enjoying it and getting some feedback on it and fans are just as excited as we are to show it to you guys. That's a very special sort of symbiotic relationship that I just have to say the fans have kept me going when the going got tough. So I love it, and I will meet every fan that I can meet at any time to the point when they're the ones asking me to go away because I won't leave them alone. I'm like, no, come talk to me. Be my friend.
And that's what I tell everybody. I said, if anyone ever meets her, they will never forget it. I had a great time. I do have a weird question to ask you. Abby told me not to, but I have.
Love weird questions.
When we met on the next show, when we showed some of that, I said that you had the most amazing scent. What perfume do you wear? And she said, that's kind of creepy. You may not want to scare her and ask her that, but I said I have to.
I wear full disclosure, I'm pretty sure I told one of you this. Maybe I guess I did it. I like to mix some scents, and I also I tend to wear very masculine scents because I like the way that men smell. So then I'm kind of like, but I like to smell that on myself because so I don't go up to strangers and men and just start smelling them like a weirdo. I'm already weird enough. So I believe one of them is going to be an annoying answer. One of them is a discontinued, and I'm so sad about it. But it was my Kelly scent that I got in New Zealand called Dirty Money, and it was actually a men's cologne. And I'm looking at it right now, and it's almost gone. And so I mixed that with one that people can still get, which is Wonderwood. And it's called Wonderwood by Comme de Garçon. Or that's definitely the pronunciation. Comme de Garçon.
Nice. You have to do it like that. Back of the throat.
Give props. That was Mon's scent, who is our script supervisor on set, and I was like, Creeper McCreeperson, because it's one of those things, I'm with you, where like I smelled it and I'm like, what is that? I must have it and smell like it all the time. And that's so, Mons, if you're listening, thank you. So yeah, it's a blend of those two. So yeah, I like a good woodsy sandalwood scent. Maybe we should come up. Hey, we should come up with Ashford's Evil Dead cologne. Although now as it's coming out of my mouth, I'm like, yeah, what would colon fight smell like? Maybe not. Maybe that.
There would be a market for it.
I am sure.
They'll pick up a few cases.
Mine Maxwell. Yeah, exactly. Mine would be a pleasant scent of a sailor's mouth, of swearing and a little bit of axe blood, and it would smell like Wonderwood. There's my answer. But thank you. No, that's not weird at all. It would only be weird if you came up and just kept randomly smelling me when I wasn't prepared.
I would never.
Which I have done to people. Okay, well I do dare, and I have done, and that's why I get some looks sometimes of, oh my God, what is wrong with you? But that's I very much enjoy talking to you both, and I can't wait for you to see the rest of the season, because starting at episode 6 is Kelly's moment in the sun, where everything that's been leading up and building up in her journey for the last 2.5 seasons finally comes to fruition, and she finally gets some agency and finally decides to follow her own lead, and it's all about her forging her path and taking the shot. Like, she takes the shot, and it's quite the Quixote moment for her, in a way of, look, she's willing to go down for her cause, because if she does, at least she goes down swinging. But if she doesn't, then she's victorious and could end it once and for all. So I'm very excited for you to see the results of that. And it's not as cut and dry as you think, and it's very convoluted, and it's snowball effect, and it's great. I'm excited for you to see the rest.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for talking to us. We love you, Dana, and we're going to continue to support you forever.
Yeah,
well, thank you so much, and same here. I always love talking to Bruce on the Loose, and now that I've come up with a theme song, I don't need royalties. That's fine, because I know how good. Can I sing it as our outro?
Yes.
Absolutely, please.
I don't think it works as well without the video and me shaking the little ash earring. So let's go for it. Ready, guys? Everyone, be prepared for the genius that I came up with. Ready? Here we go. Okay, you're right. Here we go. Ready? Mm-hmm. It's Bruce on the loose. It's Bruce on the loose. Yeah, it's Bruce on the loose. I just added that for effect. Now my neighbors are knocking. Neighbors. I love you guys. I will talk to you anytime. Thank you so much. Maybe I'll talk to you at the end of the season and hear what you think.
Yeah.
Let's hope so. Yeah, thanks again.
Okay, babies. I'll talk.
Love you.
Take care, Dana. Bye-bye.
I love her.
She loves us. She remembered us. And, oh, man.
Hell yeah. I knew it. Yay.
I'm going to Pensacon.
You are. You should so go.
I'm gonna. I think that's our whole episode, man.
Yeah.
And that's it for this episode of Bruce on the Loose. Thanks for joining us.
I'm a little flabbergasted that we had Dana on this show. That's all. I'm sorry.
I'm still reeling from the fact that we just chatted with Dana DeLorenzo, and we love her and we love you guys. Thanks for supporting us, and catch us next week. We'll have a new episode for you. Thank you. Love you.
Bye,
Big
guys.
bunches.
Come back.